Do you feel like life is moving too slowly or that opportunities are passing you by? Do you rush from one goal to another only to feel more anxious, more frustrated, more restless? Today, we are going to explore how to stop rushing life and truly trust the timing of your journey so that peace, clarity, and fulfillment can finally arrive. Life has its own rhythm, a flow that we often fail to notice. We try to speed things up, believing that success, happiness, or recognition will arrive faster if we chase it relentlessly. But in doing so, we create stress, impatience, and a sense of constant insufficiency. Trusting life's timing does not mean passivity. It does not mean waiting without effort. It means acting with diligence while releasing attachment to when results must arrive. It is about aligning your energy with the flow of life so that each step carries meaning, even if the outcome is not each meaning, even if the outcome is not immediate. Trusting timing also requires grounding yourself in the present. By focusing on what you can do today and appreciating the journey rather than only the destination, you naturally align with life's rhythm and reduce anxiety. The first step to trusting the timing of life is understanding that life has its own rhythm. Just as rivers do not rush to reach the sea, flowers do not bloom before their season, and seasons do not change at our command, human experiences also unfold according to their own natural flow. We often try to impose timelines on ourselves, believing that happiness, success, or recognition should happen on our schedule. This insistence on controlling time creates tension, frustration, and an endless sense of insufficiency and an endless sense of insufficiency. High value individuals realize that rushing life is a form of resistance. It is a refusal to accept the natural flow, and resistance always creates struggle. When we push for outcomes before their time, we risk mistakes, missed learning, and burnout. The universe operates on layers of cause and effect, of preparation and alignment. Some experiences take time to mature, and forcing them only leads to incomplete results or regret. Understanding life's rhythm is also about observing patterns. Look at nature around you. The sun rises and sets without hurry, trees grow steadily, and rivers carve valleys over centuries. Everything has its own pace, and the most lasting changes take time. Life is similar. Personal growth, career achievements, and meaningful relationships do not accelerate simply because we are impatient. They unfold in alignment with effort, readiness, and opportunity. They unfold in alignment with effort, readiness, and opportunity. We measure our value by what we have achieved, where we are standing compared to others, or how quickly we can check off goals. But life's timing is not negotiable. The seed planted today may take years to become a tree, but when it does, it is stronger, more resilient, and more fruitful than anything forced prematurely. High value living requires a shift in perspective. Instead of asking, why is this taking so long? We ask, what is life teaching me in this waiting period? Every delay, every pause, every slow moment carries lessons. Patience is not just a virtue, it is the mechanism by which we align with life's deeper rhythm. Trusting timing also cultivates resilience. When we understand that setbacks or delays are part of the natural flow, We no longer panic or overreact when things do not happen immediately. We accept that preparation, effort, and alignment must come first. We focus on what we can do in the present while letting results unfold naturally. When we internalize that life has its own rhythm, the mind quiets, anxiety decreases, and a sense of peace emerges. We stop racing against an invisible clock and start moving in harmony with our own journey. This does not removing in harmony with our own journey. This does not remove effort or responsibility. It removes unnecessary tension. The key is to act diligently while allowing the timing of life to determine when outcomes manifest, to determine when outcomes manifest. Mastering this rhythm is not easy, but it is transformative. It teaches patience, presence, and trust, and it ensures that when achievements or breakthroughs come, they arrive fully prepared, sustainable, and meaningful. The second rule to stop rushing life is to understand that patience is active, not passive. Many people confuse waiting with doing nothing. I think patience is sitting idly while life unfolds, hoping that things will magically align. High value living teaches us that patience is a dynamic state. It involves preparation, action, and learning, all while trusting that the results will arrive in their perfect time. Rushing often comes from a fear of missing out, from comparing ourselves with others, or from believing that life's opportunities are limited. But true patience is rooted in the understanding that effort now is never wasted, even if the visible outcome takes time to appear. Every skill developed, every habit formed, and every lesson learned during this period of preparation is quietly shaping your future. Patience also requires trust. Trust that your actions matter, even if immediate recognition or reward does not appear. Trust that your consistent efforts are building momentum beneath the surface. Trust that delays or setbacks are not failures, they are part of the natural process of growth. When you act with patience, you are not surrendering control. You are aligning your energy with the natural flow of cause and effect. Active patience involves setting priorities and taking consistent steps forward. It means identifying what is within your control and focusing your energy there rather than obsessing over outcomes beyond your influence. It is waking up every day with intention, making small improvements, and showing up fully in every moment while allowing the universe to handle the timing of results. This approach also reduces stress and frustration. This approach also reduces stress and frustration. When we rush, our mind is constantly in a state of tension, imagining worst case scenarios or comparing our journey with others. Active patience replaces this tension with calm confidence. It teaches the mind that progress is measured by effort, alignment, and learning, not speed or external validation. Patience also fosters resilience. Life rarely unfolds in a straight line. Life rarely unfolds in a straight line. Delays, failures, and detours are inevitable. Those who understand active patience view these moments as necessary adjustments, not obstacles. Each pause or challenge is an opportunity to reflect, refine, and strengthen the foundation for what is coming next. High value individuals use this time wisely. They read, practice, build skills, reflect on their goals, and strengthen relationships. They prepare silently without urgency or panic. knowing that the culmination of their efforts will be far more impactful because it was cultivated with care and persistence. Ultimately, active patience is a mindset shift. It turns waiting into a period of growth, frustration into learning, and delay into alignment. It teaches that life is not a race, but a journey where each step, each effort, and each lesson carries purpose. By practicing patience actively, we stop chasing the future and start living meaningfully in the present. We create momentum quietly, steadily, and sustainably. We learn that timing is not an enemy, but an ally, and that results, when they come, will be stronger, deeper, and more rewarding because we allowed them to mature naturally. The third rule to stop rushing life is to let go of comparison and external pressure. Most of the anxiety and restlessness we feel comes not from life itself, but from looking at others and measuring our progress against theirs. We see someone achieving on the street. We see someone achieving success, gaining recognition, or moving faster, and we convince ourselves that we are behind, that we are late, or that life is unfair. High value living requires releasing this comparison because it steals joy, focus, and inner peace. Comparison creates an illusion of scarcity. It suggests that someone else's timeline diminishes our own potential, but life is not a competition. Every journey is unique, shaped by personal experiences, choices, and timing. What arrives for someone else today may not be ready for you tomorrow, and that is perfectly natural. When we internalize this truth, we stop rushing to catch up and start honoring our own pace. External pressure adds another layer of weight. Family expectations, societal norms, and social media trends often push us toward decisions or timelines that are not aligned with our true path. We feel compelled to hit milestones before a certain age to earn validation or to appear successful. High value individuals recognize these pressures but do not let them dictate their actions. They act from inner clarity rather than from fear or expectation. Letting go of comparison does not mean abandoning ambition, it means pursuing goals because they are meaningful to you, not because they are measured by someone else's standards. It means defining success in terms of personal growth, fulfillment, and alignment rather than external approval or speed. When ambition is grounded in self awareness rather than social pressure, every step becomes intentional and every achievement becomes genuinely rewarding. This mindset also encourages patience. When you stop comparing, you stop feeling that life is moving too slowly. You stop rushing because you are no longer trying to catch up to someone else's timeline. Instead, you focus on your journey, appreciating progress even when it seems invisible, but small, consistent efforts accumulate over time and results unfold naturally when the timing is right. Releasing comparison also fosters gratitude. You start to notice what is present in your life rather than what is missing. You recognize your own strengths, your lessons, and your achievements, no matter how small. This gratitude creates contentment, reduces anxiety, and allows you to enjoy the journey rather than being fixated solely on the destination. High value living in 2026 demands discernment in whose opinions and timelines we internalize. We learn to filter out unnecessary pressure, to respect our own pace, and to trust that life is aligning experiences and opportunities and their perfect order. We focus on what is meaningful to us, cultivate patience, and prepare quietly while letting the universe orchestrate the right outcomes. But we let go of comparison and external pressure. We reclaim energy, focus, and peace. We stop racing against invisible clocks and start living intentionally. We learn that life is not late and we are not behind. Our journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and trusting that timing allows every experience, challenge, and opportunity to have its full purpose. The fourth rule to stop rushing life is to find peace in the present moment. Much of the stress, anxiety, and impatience we feel comes from living in the future or dwelling on the past. We are either worrying about what hasn't happened yet or regretting what we cannot change. High value living teaches that true calm and clarity arise when we fully inhabit the now. Being present does not mean ignoring responsibilities or abandoning goals. It means giving your full attention to the moment at hand, trusting that the steps you take today are sufficient and that life's timing will unfold naturally. When one tighter I ended in dividing attention between what is happening and what we imagine should happen. This prevents us from fully engaging with the opportunities, lessons, and relationships that are available right now. Finding peace in the present begins with mindfulness. Notice your breath, feel the weight of your body, and observe your surroundings without judgment. These simple practices anchor the mind and prevent it from drifting into worry or impatience. When your attention returns to the present, you realize that life is not as heavy as it seemed, and the next step often becomes clear on its own. High value individuals approach each day with awareness and intention. They focus on what they can control, their thoughts, actions, and responses, while releasing attachment to outcomes. This mindset reduces anxiety, enhances decision making, and allows for a deeper appreciation of each experience. Even when circumstances are challenging, being fully present enables clarity, resilience, and adaptability. Resilience and adaptability. Acknowledging the small, often overlooked aspects of life, the air we breathe, the people who care, the lessons learned, grounds us in what is real and tangible. Gratitude shifts the mind from scarcity and urgency to abundance and calm. It reminds us that the present moment is enough, even if the larger goals or outcomes are still unfolding. Finding peace in the present also involves letting go of the need to control everything. Life is inherently unpredictable, and trying to force outcomes creates tension and frustration. By accepting what is happening now, we open space for creative solutions, new perspectives, and unexpected opportunities. The mind becomes lighter, decision making becomes wiser, and the journey itself becomes meaningful rather than merely a path or destination. Being present also strengthens relationships. When you give someone your full attention, listen deeply, and engage without distraction, you cultivate trust and connection. High value people understand that these moments, often small and subtle, carry far more impact than rushed efforts to fix situations or accelerate results. Ultimately, peace in the present allows life to unfold naturally. We act with diligence and purpose, but without panic or constant urgency. We stop chasing invisible clocks, comparing ourselves to others, and fearing delays. We learn to move in harmony with life's timing, trusting that when the right moment arrives, our efforts, growth, and patience will align perfectly. When you find peace in the present, rushing loses its power, anxiety diminishes, and life begins to feel lighter. You start to trust that each moment, each step, and each delay carries a purpose. And in this trust, the journey itself becomes as fulfilling as the destination. Life will never move exactly as we want it to, and the timing of events is really under our control. Rushing, forcing outcomes, and comparing ourselves to others only steals the joy and clarity that already exist in the present moment. When we understand that life has its own rhythm, we stop resisting the flow. When we practice active patience, we continue growing, learning, and preparing while trusting that results will come in their perfect time. When we let go of comparison and external pressure, we reclaim energy, focus, and peace. And when we find presence in each moment, we transform waiting into meaning and anxiety into clarity. Trusting the timing of life is not passivity, it is confidence, activity, it is confidence, it is calm action. It is the understanding that every step you take today, every effort, every lesson, and every connection is aligning quietly with the unfolding of your journey. Stop rushing, release the need to control, and honor your own pace. Peace, growth, and fulfillment do not arrive too late. They arrive exactly when they are meant to.